Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, Chinese scientists are now mysteriously dying, which is mirroring the deaths in the United States. Like, this is a WTF moment, ladies and gentlemen. I've been tracking this story for a while. I've been tracking what's happening in this sphere, and I keep saying that this is going to be the biggest story to break when it fully comes out and the full comprehension happens. So I am going to talk about this more tomorrow on tomorrow's midday live streams. What I want to do with you guys right now is just share this with you real quick. Where are we? This one here. Chinese scientists have been, and I'll put this link in the description below. Chinese scientists have been dying mysterious deaths too. So this is starting to, like, wherever you sit on this fence, right? Wherever you sit on this fence, you cannot, it's very difficult now not to connect these dots. I was talking about this a long time ago, and as we're moving forward through time, more and more of this stuff's happening. So the Chinese have seen their own wave of sudden premature deaths among their top scientists, particularly in military-linked cutting-edge fields. Sounds familiar, right? The article that I've just shared with you explicitly notes the parallels between the United States and China, as the United States investigates the unexpected deaths of leading scientists in sensitive fields. China are also puzzling over the ultimate, I guess the same fate of their own top-level scientists. Now, excuse me, at the moment, we are, I can only track 9 scientists, 9 prominent scientists, and I'll give you their names in a second. Now, this is mirroring what's happening in the United States in fields like military AI, hypersonics, space defense, drones, and microelectrics. So the 9 that we can confirm at the point of making this video, guys, and I will be talking about this more, I guess, tomorrow. So listen, and I mean no disrespect. When I'm pronouncing these names. They're not. I will put these names in the. I will also put the names in the description. So Fen Yangi, who was 38, National University of Defense Technology professor and military AI pioneer. War school platform for Taiwan invasion, simulations, and swarming technology. Died in an unexplained Beijing car crash at 02:35 after a late major task meeting. Obituary called him. I can't use the word because it will. The video will get me banned. But I'll put the link below. On duty, buried in the elite cemetery, described as a very good man. Sorry, described as very odd by analysts. Zhang Zhizhong, 62, space expert at the National Satellite and Meteorological Center, military award winner, died by car crash, 2024. Feng Denin, he specialized in hypersonic researcher, Beijing Institute of Technology, super strong materials for spacecraft engines. Now that parallels with the materials that there was a materials scientist in the United States who met an untimely end. Unexpected medical episode in South Africa. Yan Hong, March, he died in March. He was a hypersonic expert. He died of a sudden illness. Zhang Diabing, drone unmanned systems experts, National University of Defense Technology, company founder, died in Changsha. Limited details. Li Xingyang, I think that's right. Li Xingyang, prominent genetic psychologist, Died in Egypt. Official cause, non-specific respiratory failure. Don't know what that means. And then you've got others that include microelectronics, weapons and chip experts, died in a Sheng Shuming, died in a car accident. Chemist Zhao Goyangan, data security expert, and biomedical chemist Li Mingyong, sudden illness. This is a broad pattern now emerging across the world, right? So beyond these high-profile cases, there will obviously be lesser high-profile cases, and the official explanations in China center on accidents, car crashes, and sudden illness, or overworked related issues. I honestly, something very strange is happening here. I am going to be talking about this more tomorrow. I just wanted to get this out as a quick video and give you guys an update on the absolute insanity that's happening right now. So if you're joining for the first time, guys, this is literally going to be a super short video and a companion video, I guess, to when I was talking about this earlier. So there are now 9 I can confirm 9 high-profile cases in China of Chinese scientists. Chinese scientists have been dying mysterious deaths too. So this phenomena is not just linked to the United States. This phenomena is now in China, and but where else? Where else is this data not correlated from? Because it's kind of not one of those things you correlate, right? Oh, this person died. Oh, this person died. Right. Okay. What were they all working on? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's suspicious. Don't you think that's suspicious? I absolutely do think this is suspicious. What does it mean? I don't know. The breadcrumbs and the data points are certainly leading. If you look at everything now holistically that's happening around the world, the UFO disclosure, the areas of go on. The areas of research that these people were involved in, it really just does give you, 3-body problem vibes, 100%. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I can only tell you that they are the data points that we're being, sent. Cindy, let me put the chat on. Sorry, I didn't have the chat on. Cindy is saying maybe it's very altruistic people and they have realized that these powers have been working on something very dangerous for the human race. Maybe they are heroes. Look, guys, I don't know. Maybe. I don't want to. I don't want to go down this conspiracy road, right? And I don't. I want to ground this in reality, right? What can I give you as a real world analysis, right? First of all, is this happening at all? I don't know, right? So first of all, I don't know. This could all be fake. This could all be AI. These people may not exist. I certainly didn't know any of them. But then you've got the UFO researchers and you've got all these other people who've got large public profiles. So it would be hard when you, like, for example, Nick Pope, right? He died earlier this month. When people like Nick Pope die, he's got a family, he's got friends, he's got a history, right? It's very easy to check up on these people. So it's a lot harder to fake that. So now, I do think the deaths are credible. I do. It's going to be very hard to fake that, right? And now this is happening in China. Guys, I said this earlier on. When I first started talking about this, it was kind of fringe out there, but I was like, no, there's something more here. And a couple of days ago, I came on a video and I said, listen, this is going to be the biggest story. Very soon, this will be the biggest story. And as we're looking at it now, China is suffering from the very same peculiar event of Chinese scientists dying in mysterious deaths. There's a line on an Iron Maiden song. I think it's called Infinite Worlds or something. I think it's called Infinite Worlds. It's Infinite Dreams. And it goes something like, can't be all coincidence, too many things are evident. You tell me, I'm a non-believer, spiritualist, me, I'm neither. When there's so much stuff pointing at you, screaming out, you can't think this is just some sort of tinfoil hat stuff now. Whether this is real or whether this is some sort of like shady government psychological warfare, I don't know. But that is the data points that we're getting. Jason is saying 3-pipe problem. Do we mean 3-body problem? Rod is saying China and Russia both took the traditional dead particle inactive. Oh. Okay, so I think medications can absolutely be weaponized. I wouldn't be able. I don't know. Maybe they can. Running Bear is saying, I think the UFO project is a distraction. It may be a distraction. And this is one of the things I've said. It may be a distraction from something else. It absolutely could be. But what I can't do is I can't deny the information that we're being sent now. Chinese scientists are mysteriously dying, which is clearly mirroring what's happening in the United States. There's no denying that. Right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close this down now. This was just going to be a super... Hang on. Cindy is saying we have to question why, if we're talking about it, or is it just a list of deaths and that's pointless? I think it's the fields of research that these scientists were in that's linking them together. That's what I think. Now, again, we can say that this is some sort of psychological warfare. We can say that this is something a lot more deeper and darker and galactical. David is saying, once upon a time, maybe coincidence could have been, not now. Yeah, there's too much now, right? There's too much now to say this is coincidence. Right, David, I am now on chapter 82 of the Book of Enoch. So for those of you guys who've been following me for a while, I'm reading the Book of Enoch. I'm now on I'm on chapter 82. I'm going to go and read it a little bit more. And then, listen, guys, I am going to be back on later, okay? Literally, stop, right? I'm not answering any more questions, right? I'm not answering any more questions. I'll be back on at 8 o'clock UK time. I will be digging more into this topic. I'll be digging more into this topic later. I'll be digging more into this topic. I'll be talking about it tomorrow. But just to get this video out there now, Chinese scientists mysteriously dead. 9, I had to look then. 9 that we can name off the bat. There may be more. We don't know. I don't speak Chinese. I don't know how things work over there. Added to the ones in the United States. Maybe there's more names in Russia. Maybe there's more names in India. I know there's at least one name in the United Kingdom. So this was a companion video to my other video that I talked about earlier on today. So if you've not watched that, go and watch my other video and then, I don't know, watch this one afterwards or whatever. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back on at 8 o'clock tonight. I'll catch you later.